Phil, if you hold the Bible.
Well, yeah, that's all.
And you're going to place your right hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand, please. I do solemnly swear that I am duly qualified,
I do solemnly swear that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office to which I have been appointed.
to the highest of duties,
To
to exercise the duties of the office to which I have been appointed,
that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state
and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
As mayor of the municipality of Charleston,
As mayor of the municipality of Charleston,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me.
and I will use my best endeavors
And I'll use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect according to law
and carry into effect, according to the law,
the purposes for which I have been elected.
the purposes for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Got a pretty big crowd. But you all do know that the president is not coming, right? I'm not surprised he's in town, though. We are a city that attracts attention. But when you leave here today and you get blocked in the traffic trying to get off this peninsula, just know it's the federal government that is responsible, not your local government. Speaking of local government, I would like to thank John Tecklenburg for his passionate service to Charleston. There is no question he loves this city, and I sincerely appreciate his graciousness during the transition. John, thank you for all that you have done. I also want to convey my sincere gratitude to the members of City Council. I've had the pleasure to meet with each of you over the past few weeks, and it is clear that we share an appreciation and love for Charleston's past, its present, and its future. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. To my family, especially my wife Lucille and my children Mason and Meade, I would not be up here without you and without your love and support. So thank you for all that you are and all that you have made me. To Charleston and the people that make this place what it is, you are more than just a city. As Elizabeth O'Neill Verner pointed out almost a century ago, there is an intense local patriotism that gives this little strip of land a national dignity. It is a love story between people and place that is unparalleled in this country. Indeed, I think America would do well to emulate us, to accept different cultures and backgrounds as Charlestonians do, to evolve as we have, and to grow smarter as we must, so that what elicits this love, this national dignity, is never diluted. Again, Charleston is more than just a city. It is a community in the truest sense of the word. Ironically, forged in a tradition of fierce independence and individual expression. From the Revolution to the Civil Rights Movement, it represents both raw and refined American exceptionalism. Yes, we are different. We are unique. We know that. And as such, our problems have always required our own solutions so that we neither dilute Charleston nor assign it permanently to the past. We must think a century ahead and not succumb to generic trends, commoditized products, or populist whims. We must be better than that because we are better than that. Now, we do have growing pains, but the solutions to affordability, sea level rise, traffic congestion, and crime must be of Charleston, by Charleston. One size does not fit all. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about as bespoke as they come. So success in these endeavors will require an approach as unique as this city. We must think differently, act fearlessly, and address these obstacles head on. Occasionally, we will fail, and that's okay. But we will pick ourselves up, we will learn, we will adapt, and most importantly, we will continue to move forward through hell and high water until our problems are solved. So challenges are real, but they are surmountable. As long as we are prepared to work together and we shun the fear of failure. Like those before us, we must be bold. We must transform setbacks into progress. Leaders like Fritz Hollings had the vision to foresee the closure of the naval base and replace it with the infrastructure for what is today a thriving technology sector. Joe Riley took one of the greatest disasters to befall our city, Hurricane Hugo, and turned it into an opportunity to modernize a diverse community in a way that continues to receive national accolades today. This deep tradition of visionary leadership in bold action is what we need now more than ever. Tough acts to follow, I'll admit that. Those that have come before us have cast long shadows. But I promise my administration will be innovative, efficient, and with City Council's help, I hope effective. My team will not be bureaucratic, and for me, being mayor is not just an honor. It is a service and a huge responsibility, and one that I take very, very seriously. Now know that I will not be at every public event, nor will I ever be the one looking for the digital spotlight. Simply put, that is not who I am, and that is not what Charleston needs. My focus will be the work, and I am ready to roll up my sleeves and get to it. So as your mayor, I promise to work hard, put my heart and soul into it, and to live and breathe this city during my time in office because you deserve nothing less. As for policy, it's time to find common ground. The purple part of the Venn diagram is large here in the Lowcountry. As I've said before, potholes are not partisan, and I promise not to cater to any group that undermines our collective efforts. Simply put, we cannot afford to. To address our problems, we are going to need to find common ground, but the good news is that in local government, there's a lot of it. So it's time to take the best of both sides and to find that nexus between the old and the new. Again, we must be bold. There is an entrenched desire for government to avoid any risk. It is always easier to say no, but that, I can promise you, is not me. There will be complications for sure, but Voltaire reminds us that perfection is the enemy of good. And St. Bernard reminds us that the road to ruin is, of course, paved with good intentions. So solutions to our challenges are not going to be perfect to everyone. The extremes on both sides will always be chirping. So let them chirp. And as I tell my wife, never read the comments. The keyboard warriors hear nothing but echoes, and I can promise you that our problems are not going to be solved via Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok. Yes, Charleston is more than a city. It is a beautifully complex place comprised of a unique DNA, a helix of sweetgrass, faded accents, cobblestones, container ships, and 747s. It's the Coburg Cow coupled with Mr. Burbage's, Bowen's Island, and the Sunrise Bistro. It's Spoleto, Shad Row, beat-up Boston Whalers, and Mosquito Beach. It's Mother Emanuel, Francis Marion, Fort Sumter, and the Avery Institute. And yes, it's oak canopies covering traffic jams, no wake zones on Broad Street, rising rents and leaking new apartment buildings, and zip-tying old shutters in advance of increased storms. This is the rich tapestry of who we are. We must acknowledge our present, and we must learn from that proud, complex, and at times tragic past so we can create a successful and unified future. We all know the challenges are upon us. Sea level rise, infrastructure demands, and economic uncertainty require creative thinking and proactive governance. So to the 7 million who visit our beautiful city, our doors will remain open, and we will always be a welcoming culture that is proud of who we are. But we will ask more of you so that we can protect and enhance the reasons why you come. The relationship will be reciprocal, so we can save Charleston's uniqueness as well as the scale and character of its built environment. Union Pier, Sumar Street, Citadel Mall, the Cainhoy Peninsula, Johns Island, Folly Road, King Street, the Elevated Edge, West Ashley Drainage, and the RAD program. These are some of the major initiatives that will define our city for the next century. We have to get them right because we can't afford not to. We must modernize our basic government services to handle the expanding needs of a growing region. We must collaborate with other local governments, the state and federal delegations if we want to accomplish anything. We must be organized in our asks to enhance our chances for success. Time is of the essence, and well, we need the money. In conclusion, the Charlestonian in me standing before you is both humbled and honored to be your new mayor. Today marks the beginning of a new relationship, one based on our shared experiences and appreciation for this city. Today, we are getting hitched. For some of you, I know it's a shotgun wedding. But I look forward to earning your trust and working together to build a future that honors the ethos of this place, that is both mellowed by time and electrified by its future potential. It is not going to be easy, and like any marriage, the challenges are real. But my job is to live up to the standard that you deserve. And together, I believe we can and we will do great things. Thank you. May God bless you in this wonderful city that we call home. Okay, okay.